Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Jade Cocoon 2. In the last episode, we took on, Gil, who was one of the Disciples of Darkness, and we got our first orb back. So in this episode, we head back into the Dark Forest and take on the Dark Fire Forest, mostly because there's a couple of Kalma there that could be useful to me in the future. I'm not too excited at taking on the hard-hitting fire monsters so early in a rotation here, but, it's the best choice, I think, so we're going to go for this and hopefully not get completely and totally murdered. That would be ideal. So, let's get started, guys. If you remember last episode, we did some merging, got water power onto our onto PK to make him less weak to status effects, and we also got Sama Kilna onto Madame, which is awesome. So this floor, St. Elmo's Fire. Elmo's Song! No, okay. But it has a lot of these guys, the really hard-hitting, normal, attacking guys. Yeah, don't necessarily want to deal with them, but I'll fight one later on when I don't have to worry about, well, if there's one that happens to be in the way, I'd rather fight that one, because I want to minimize battles as much as possible during this episode, because, after all, the fire ones, they tend to hit pretty hard and hurt pretty decently, so you know what, I'm going to take this one on just because it's probably going to get in the way for heading up there at some point anyway. We may as well. Also, as you can see, sometimes they will come with the Samakia ones. I think it's just the P rank one that they pull off. So keep that in mind. That can be a thing that happens. Actually, I should probably be leading off the Wind formation when I have initiative, just to get confusion off and damage off, and also, lower their defenses. Then go into here so that these people are the ones taking the first hit, because they're tanky and they can take it. But now that I have Ramakite up, it's not that big a deal. I can go into here and regardless and use Samakilla to lower their defenses even more than usual, and hopefully just one-shot that guy so we don't have to deal with that. Oh, and confuse that one. That's actually a really perfect spread there. Because, well, unfortunately he didn't hit himself, but wow, 2 misses. I'm apparently feeling lucky today. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get to some healers going on here, and then we'll head to our fire formation just to finish things off. Sounds like a good plan. But yeah, having the Wind formation go first would not make it so I have Samikilna active during my fire formation, which is not as ideal, but it'll also make it so I have Ramakai active during that, which is a little bit more ideal. Also, I do have HP recovery now, so Madame's squishiness is not as big a deal now, because while I'm in other formations, she'll actually be healing her health back if need be. So, as you can see, we do have certain advantages along the way. It's not too shabby. So, that's the plan there. We're just gonna, keep making progress forward, and it's gonna be good. So, that's the plan. Anyway, that takes care of this first battle, and now I have to try to avoid this guy, which should be possible. Not if he walks towards me. Then it's not actually so possible. Well, I don't need the initiative this time. I guess I could show off a battle for 3 of them. It's technically different formations, so I might as well just show off how the strategies differ from there. As much as I don't want to be keeping all these battles, I kind of do want to be showing them off as much as possible, because I'm going to be avoiding them as much as possible. So having Ramakite up and having the tanks here means I'm essentially not taking too much damage, which is always nice. Definitely want to get into my Wind formation here to hopefully get a confusion status off on one of these, or 2 of them if, these 2 want to cooperate, or just plain old kill one of them. That's also a fairly, worthwhile option, which seems to be what's going to happen, and that's usually what happens. But wow, they just are not having any luck hitting my people today. Wow. Okay, I'll take it. But for now, I'm going to go into the fire formation because I don't think I'm going to be able to kill them, all of them, and I'd rather weaken their formations before I go into my water one. So this will take on the one guy, and this guy's not going to get killed in 1 hit. But that should leave him weak enough where I can kill him with the earth formation, or I can just probably kill him with the fire formation, honestly. So we'll go into the water formation, heal, and then switch back and do that. So, you play strategically in this game. You want to be able to essentially, take these hits and live. Or you want to be able to, do things in a way that you're not really taking too much damage and your resources aren't really used up. You want to use, obviously as little of your resources as possible when playing this game, so play smartly and strategically. It's one of the reasons why I like this game. Why didn't that kill? That would have been so much cooler if it did. That is the sliveriest of a sliver if I've ever slivered a sliver. I'm pretty sure I've used that phrase like several times in this Let's Play already. But that's okay. It's fun and fine and dandy, so that actually takes care of this first forest, though. It doesn't really take, they aren't that big or long and all that shebang. Well, that's not true, actually. The second one is the biggest one of them all. You can kind of tell, I think, which ones have the split paths, because they tend to be like the really big-looking ones on the map. I think the map actually can kind of tell you which ones are huge and which ones aren't. This floor actually has not one, not two, but 3 different split paths. So we're going to have to keep that in mind as we go throughout this thing. We also have these guys, which you remember have that, I forget what it's called, but like Desperado Hit or something like that. Or Comet Strike, that's the name of the move. It hits off, it misses often, so, or more often than usual, but at the same time these guys are kind of fast and thus have a higher accuracy stat, so you have to keep in mind that they're going to be hitting you a lot regardless. So that's the nice thing about, having the high speed. It doesn't mean that I believe that you have higher accuracy. That's why the Earth ones tend to miss a bit more often than any other ones as well. So there's that. Anyway, that does finish off one of the people though, so that's always good. I'll be able to get a pretty good hit on. Like I said, sometimes going first with the confusion is always very nice. Or going first with the wind formation just to get the confusion off and the semi-killing off if we have initiative. So yeah, as you can see, the speed difference. Speed difference is what determines accuracy from what I'm aware of. So that can be a little bit annoying when you're fighting, specifically high-speed foes like these ones. Honestly, a Fire Alco is not actually a terrible scenario. I mean, they don't have as much strength as a normal Fire Divine Beast would, but the accuracy and the speed added to your Fire formation can actually be really helpful. So a Fire Alco is actually not a terribly bad thing to consider. I mean, this move is pretty good. Like I said, it works well for an Alco because you already usually have good accuracy. Like, you don't normally see this missing too often. Like, this is a move I wouldn't want to be giving to, say, Gaia. It just wouldn't really work well. A low accuracy move, a low accuracy Divine Beast just wouldn't really be a cool thing to do. But really, can we stop? I could just. Nah, I don't want to put. I'll take the hit because. Okay, maybe that wasn't the best idea because that's where my rabbit cave was down. But I can heal her up before we bring her into battle next anyway. So health isn't as needed of a resource, as silly as that sounds. We will be okay. Anyway, leveling up, leveling up, leveling up, and also leveling up. Alright, so what do we have to do with this one? This floor is... Oh god, you really can't run from these ones. They are all sorts everywhere and they will attack you from behind, and it's not very good times. So be careful with the fairies here, the Kahus. They are fast and they will not hesitate to just ambush you. Luckily, they tend to only do normal attacks to start with, so they're not going to hit us with anything too life-threatening before we get Ramakite up. And we can then also go ahead and outspeed with our wind formation, and with Samikilna involved and their low vitality, there's no doubt that we're going to be killing 2 of them. Like, I mean, that was a critical hit, but if we can do that much damage with our formation, our much more powerful wind formation is going to seriously just, with Samikilna on top of it, which lowers their defense by a ton, this is just going to murder people. Like, you're dead, and just, wow, those are 2 really massively powerful crits, if I've ever seen them myself. Those just kind of hit like a truck. Anyway, we obviously need to go heal because obviously Boo isn't in the best of shape right now. But these 2 heals will bring her pretty close back to full. Not quite to full, it looks like, but that's close enough for now. It's not like I do expect to outspeed and essentially one-shot it with its own magic. Although, well, I do still have a weaker version of it, so I don't have Agni Agna yet. I'm not even sure if I'm going to put Agni Agna. Like I said, I might just go ahead and go with maybe even a move from this area when the Kalma that I'm getting for a little food. It depends on whether or not I want to add an ability that could be helpful or an ability that could provide, ability that's actually harmful. Because there's a choice between those 2. Anyway, the first of the... Okay, ring around the rosy. Pocket full of posy. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. No, no, okay, yeah, bye. That was a thing. Oh, okay, no, this is a dead end over here. So, as you can see, there's one of the exits right there. That's actually the exit we're going to be focusing on primarily for this episode. It's also the one that leads to the key, because every Dark Forest does have a mid-boss and a key associated with it, so that is a thing that we're going to have to keep in mind. And Soldona, this is the one I might give to Fu. It's probably going to either be Soldona, because I don't see any reason not to go with the AoE magic at this point. We're going to want the AoE magic for endgame anyway. So at the very least, I'm going to give Fu that. I might even give the AoE physical attacks to the rest of my fire formation as well, and just make my fire formation completely AoE based. It's an option I'm certainly considering. Very, very thoroughly considering. So we'll see if that actually comes into play at some point. It may very well be a thing that I choose. Wow, you actually killed them both. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, but, you know, whatever, I'll take the quick fight. We'll move on. So I lose out on a little bit of experience, whatever. Those guys aren't even worth that much. But like I said, though, it's a question between this A rank one that we just saw, and later on we'll actually encounter an S rank version that does come with a ability that is detrimental, but not necessarily crippling. We'll go more into how that works when we... No, I don't have a choice but to fight you, so you can't really run from them. They'll outspeed you and just get initiative on you, so... We'll talk more about this when I get back from cutting. Well, that takes care of that fight. Moving onward, we're going to just continue to explore the rest of this floor. It's probably the biggest floor of, or the biggest, you know, forest of all the dark fire forests. So this one actually does take quite a while to... Ooh, hi. We're going to do a little dance again. Gonna play around in circles. I'm just gonna run this way, and you're just gonna probably hunt me down. Shit! They really do not fall asleep for a while. Please, okay, I didn't get initiative on me there, but... Oh goody, we're gonna cut again because these freaking fairies everywhere. And another group bites the dust, I guess. There's so many of these freaking Kahus everywhere. They're probably the most annoying enemy to avoid. I think this leads to a dead end over here, so let's actually just wander over here for a second. Actually, it does. Don't follow me, please. Okay, I might be able to escape that if I play my cards right here. I just need to sort of duck off to the side here. I did it! I did it! I'm pretty sure I haven't seen those guys spawn if anyone else, nor have I seen the other one, so I'm assuming they don't. I could be very wrong about that, but for now, we're just going to operate under that assumption and go from there. Lovely gem! We also got some Mel Elixirs, which is nice, because, you know, Mel Elixirs will just help provide us with good things. Also, oh, I have actually gotten this at some point. Okay, I need to juke without going in there. Don't want to accidentally end the level. That one's going to take us to a different location that we may get to at some point in this video, though judging by the time, probably... Oh, I wasn't looking at the... I was looking at the time, and thus ended up in a battle that I didn't mean to. Well, crap. Well, that was annoying and unnecessary, but, unnecessary. But it's been taken care of regardless. So, moving forward, like I said, I might end up in that, if there's time, I'll end up in that other one that leads to just a dead-end area. That one exit. And then we sort of have this section over here, which is going to have the third and final exit. This one's the one that will actually eventually lead to the boss, though we do need the key from the other one to be able to really get to, there's going to be another split path, and the key will actually exist, or the locked area will... The barrier thing, there we go. That'll exist, over there, so luckily there's not... usually there's a bunch of the really fast queues in this area. Really? I got stuck on the Ogre Vine, I couldn't get past it, and I thought I could. Now I have to fight again! Oh. Well, that one just kind of killed itself. Didn't really get the experience again. Like I said, it's not really that much experience, though, comparatively. So, whatever. It's not really a big deal. I keep forgetting that when there's only two of them, generally my one formation can kill them both, because they're two squishies. Getting a bunch of Elixir 5s, which would be nice, because, I mean, obviously, Madame does jump through MP really fast. In fact, I see no reason not to go ahead and allow her to recover her MP right now anyway. It's not even going to get it back to full, so we may as well use the full bulk of it. I mean, we're heading to a dead end fairly soon, although when I say fairly soon, it's actually still going to be kind of a bit because there's still 2 more floors before I reach the dead end that I'm looking for. So that's actually the end of this floor though. So now we're going to head back pretty much to the beginning to go to that first Princess Vine that we saw, because that's the one that's going to lead us on the path that I intend to take right now. So we'll probably be tackling the other 2 Princess Vines in the next episode. That's just how this thing is made. So that one leads down to here. As you can see, it's going to split into 2 more paths. The other one would take us to the right, which then would split into 2 more paths as well. You can tell which ones are, like I said, have split paths based on their size. So this one has another 2 split paths. We're going to take the one that doesn't lead to the boss first. That one will have a Kalma though. And then we'll head to the final one after that. So this one has 2 different people. It has these ones of Skewer, and it has... oh, I guess I thought it came with something else as well. Like a barrier person or something. I think there's barrier people running around with them. I'll probably end up having to fight one of them as well. But these ones are the ones that come with Skewer. We know that can strike at your shields, but it doesn't actually do that much damage, so I don't mind taking a few shield hits. I mean, they recover in between anyway, and they'd have to hit 5 times, and it doesn't even have that high of an accuracy towards hitting them with the shields anyway. Or I can just get a crit and kill them. That's fine. We'll see more of them later on anyway, so I'm not too concerned with that outcome. But we've seen what they do anyway. They're the same as before. And then we also have these guys, so I guess I should show this battle off. While there's one right here, we have initiative. So they come with the confusion guys as well, but they're the ones that erect that barrier that deals damage to us if we do a physical attack. So it doesn't like protect them, but it just deals extra damage. It's like a counterattack one. So that's a thing that can happen. I guess I better charge him. I'm gonna go with the water formation. Okay, yeah, I wanted to just give him a chance to actually like put the barrier up. So that's what it looks like. Also, confusion is gonna be a thing that can happen, which is kind of annoying. Please, madame, don't heal them. Heal us. No, no. Why would you do this? Why would you make my life difficult, madame? Why you gotta be like this? Why you gotta be like this? Anyway, let's just go into more information and kill things. Although if the barrier's still up, I should still be taking damage, I think. Yeah. Which does wound a little bit, but nothing that my water formation can't eventually deal with. You're confused again. I am not going to heal right now. No, we're not playing that game again. We're just going to go in here, and you're going to outspeed us, unfortunately, and actually hurt quite a bit. And if I hit myself, it's going to really hurt. Maybe I can one-shot you. Maybe I can just one-shot you. No. Tamal, please don't murder yourself. Thank you. I appreciate that. Confusion is mine to use, not the enemy's. That's my job to be able to confuse everyone and murder them mercilessly. Come on now. Anyway, let's go ahead and explore this area a bit. And I need to remember which path actually leads where, because there's lots of different paths here. And you know what? I have so many better mugworts, I may as well just use one. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. And what have I gotten in terms of like books? I got a Hellfire book, which is basically a more powerful Infernal book. I should really put some of these hide spores into the inventory. I really only need one, and that's only if I'm in like super desperate scenario situation, which, I mean, there is actually a possibility I will be in super desperate situation area at some point, so there's that. But moving on, the key spore is here, so let's just continue to make forward progress, and I'll have to remember which one I'm going to. I don't want to fight you yet, unless I think like the barrier, there's just a barrier person running around at some point, and you can fight those. I've already been in this one. You can fight, no, oh, okay, no, I'm not gonna fight you. You know what, be right back. I'm gonna look at a map and see where I need to go. Alright, so left is where I need to go, so right is the one that we'll be doing on the second path. So I'll go over here just to explore everything thoroughly now, and then we can deal with that, with the other path first. Okay, I got past him. Dead end over here, and then over here is just going to kind of loop around like this and eventually lead to that princess fight we just briefly saw about 2 seconds ago. So hello. Oh, actually no, it just loops onto this one. So this is the one where we need to go to reach the mid-boss and get the key, which we'll be doing this in this episode. And the other one is the one that just kind of loops around to the... Can I get past... Yes, I can. No, I can't. Noted. I can't get past you. Interesting. Punch! Well, that takes care of that. Let's continue to move forward. So, more levels, yada yada yada. Alright, let's try to avoid the rest. Well, I do want to fight another one of those Maos, if I can, at some point, just for an opportunity to hopefully get the one with the barrier. But, at least I could have sworn one of them comes with a barrier. I could just be completely and totally delusional. That's always a possibility as well. Because this is really the end of this area, is it not? Yeah. So let's go ahead and turn around and go fight thoroughly modern Millie over here. Because apparently that's what I wanted to call her, and then stumble on the name, thus rendering the joke much more ineffective. But yeah, okay, I don't know if they spawn up another guy or not. You know what? At this point, I don't really care. I might be thinking of a different enemy, actually. So, you know, whatever. I'm just really not giving my water or my fire people a good experience in this episode. Which is kind of unfortunate, because I really should be, but yeah, whatever. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So let's try to get, yeah, we can get past them, and this should be taking us to the place I want it to. So we'll have to do this one, and then the other one, and then we'll have the other 4 areas left over for next episode. That seems like a fairly fair deal, if I've ever... That seems like a good split. That's how I'm going to be generally trying to split this. Not necessarily as messy as last episode split, or last Force split was in terms of time, but... Anyway, this is a pretty simple, short area. It just has a bunch of, well, the area of attack, of effect guys. So this is actually important Kalma for us.
Fate, death.
There's gotta be another way.
No! Human Kalma man! Only one survived!
I think we haven't... Have we seen that one yet? I don't think we have. Anyway. So, this guy is a scary, scary guy. The Dela Getchu, he is basically the giant AoE guy. He, with an S-rank AoE that hits really hard. Like, this is our tank. This is our tankiest member, and that's how much damage it did. Luckily, we do have Ramakite on now, making everyone effectively tanky-ish. And I'll hopefully land Confusion on him to hopefully negate a lot of his damage. But they're scary. And we're gonna have to fight, you know, the normal version as well as obviously Wonder About, so... But we'll deal with it. And this is a good move. Gaia is especially gonna get because the ability really benefits Gaia. But I might even also give it to Tamal on top of it, because having this move twice is really nice. That does do a lot of damage, but especially if the heal, you can tell unless he gets a crit, I can live this one. He is going to outspeed, which is kind of scary, but he's actually targeting Scooter instead, so the splash damage doesn't do that much. It's pretty minimal splash damage, it just is a very hard-hitting move. Does cost a lot of MP, so that is a concern to putting out my corner people. It's a decision I'm going to have to make what exactly I'm giving Tamal. It's definitely going to go to Gaia, I think. But Tamal is a different story. Hopefully we can finish. This guy does still have lower defense, so hopefully we can finish. Yeah, we can finish. That's good. That actually went relatively easily. Those guys can be a huge pain in the butt if they're allowed to get going. Certainly. So we don't want to be fighting them too much. But that's our first Kalma of the Fire Forest. We're not going to get... There's actually only 3 Kalma total we can actually get in these Dark Forests. But the other 2 we'll be getting early in next episode. Well, not too early, but eventually next episode. So these guys are here. I'm just going to... I didn't get initiative on that one. I really wanted to get initiative on that one. Because, yeah, fighting 3 of these guys can be a scary endeavor. So let's hope. Luckily we did get our defense up, but... Yeah, 3 of these guys back-to-back if they're using S-rank moves, because they do use the S-rank one. It's a scary proposition. I mean, they're still hitting our tank decently hard. you know, considering the tank with Ramakite active. So having to deal with 3 of these, especially like our squishies like Madame, not necessarily the best case scenario. So let's just go ahead, lower this one's defenses, and hopefully we can at least kill one of them or confuse a couple of them. Hit another one tomorrow. Okay, well, it's dead. It means I'm only taking damage from 2 of them. That's not necessarily as bad. Still does more damage than I would like, though. So I'm actually going to go my fire formation just to finish off one of them, because I obviously do not want to risk Madame's life. I mean, she'd probably live. Wow! That did a lot of damage. That definitely, definitely did do a ton of damage. So, whatever. Gooder misses out. Not the end of the world. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and just finish off this. Oh, well, I can't, you know, well, fine. Well, fine. You know what? I do have Bitter Mugworts I don't mind getting rid of here, so boom, you have one. And then we do have some Elixir 5s, that's nice. Lovely gem. I mean, extra money is always good. I'm wondering if these people come with another, like in a different formation. I'm gonna fight one more. Just, oh, I should probably finish this forest first. But I'll fight one more just to see if I'm missing something interesting, and then we'll leave the forest after that. Sharp book, up speed of attack side, don't care. Don't really care for the stat boosting books, not really one for that. Inciting book, I think boosts the attack. Once again, still not really a thing I care too much about. Let's see if I can't get initiative on this guy, and hopefully, because I'm pretty sure they do come with someone else as well. But maybe not. You know, it's not really that important to show up. So I'll do this fight, and then we're gonna just leave this area. Alright, well, that takes care of another group of good old enemies here. And yeah, I'm not sure if they come with another Kalma, or what Kalma they would even come, or another Divine Beast, but we're just gonna move forward because they're scary. Oh wait, they do! I remember which one. Sometimes they'll come with, and these are the ones that get really obnoxiously annoying. I actually don't want to fight this formation if I can help it, but they come with, I'll have a chance because the other forest actually does have them as well, so I might still get a chance to show them off. But they can come with the people that caught the Wind Divine Beast that caused the jet thing that causes sleep. Yeah, those guys can actually show up as well. So you got 2 of those guys that cause AoE damage, and then a sleep on top of it, which generally will make them go first when you're in the Earth formation, and generally put asleep your defense boosters, which can become a really dangerous formation when they then just stomp you. So they're scary. Anyway, I'm gonna go sell some stuff and put away some stuff, and then we will head back and go take on the mini boss. Since I actually didn't show this off, you try to head back into this, into a place you've already beaten.
That's odd. The entrance is closed.
Kahu, maybe it died because you released the people who fell into darkness.
Yeah, that's what happens. In case you guys are curious. Anyway, I'll meet you in the forest where we have a split path to take. And the Blaze level 3, that forest. That actually didn't take too long to get back to. It's at least nice that the Princess Vine that I needed to go into in the previous floor is pretty much right next to the entrance. Anyways, this time we're taking a left turn here and heading to that Princess Vine that's pretty much right in front of our faces here. I think we can get around this way. Yeah, we can. It's barely wide enough to accommodate. I think the wings still count for its hitbox, so be careful of that. But luckily when you clear a floor, the amount of enemies on it are dramatically less, so we can kind of just head in here in a hurry and... Wait. No, I've already done this one. What am I doing? I have to go to the other one. That's right. Ah, I'm dumb. Wasting time. Yeah, I'm wasting time. Wasting time because I'm a dummy. Totally a dummy. We're gonna head this way now. You can just walk right past me with your big floppy ears, and then you fall asleep. Then we head up here. Then we eventually make it over to another place. Over here. And now we're not being dumb because we're actually heading in the right direction. the direction that takes us to the boss of this, or the mini-boss that'll give us the key that we will need in an area we haven't even seen yet. Hooray! You're here! I'm not going to fight you till I'm done with the boss. I do want to try one more time just to get that really icky, awful formation because I'm apparently masochistic and hate my life. So we're going to, obviously fight a formation that will probably murder. Well, I'm sure I can handle it, but it's not pleasant. It's not very pleasant at all. But here is our boss. It's not really anything surprising. It's pretty much what we've seen before. I mean, all the Kalma are unfortunate. I mean, they're different colors, but they're essentially the same thing. They just have different movesets and whatnot. This one actually spams Killer Chance a lot, which is annoying because unfortunately time crits with a lot of power can actually hurt quite a bit. But the weaker version here, the mid-boss version, is not anything that we should be too scared about, so we're just gonna go ahead and head into our wind formation. Possibly confuse it, because I think that it is possible to confuse these bosses. Not as likely, but with us having change talent and everything, it is totally possible. I mean, it doesn't say guard, but I'm pretty sure it's still possible, just incredibly unlikely. Apparently, it also has water magic for some reason, but I mean, that's cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit him hard here. I don't really have a need to heal yet. And, I figured, yeah, that would probably happen. So we'll go into here, then we'll go into our Earth formation, then we'll just go into our Water formation after that. Because while I'm dealing tons of damage, TrinityForce.jpg, but that was a very Inside League reference for those of you who missed it. Apparently spam that too. Stop wrapping your little insecty tentacles around my guy. It's just kind of creepy, dude. Don't appreciate it. I was like, I'm not going to kill you from that range, am I now? So, we can go to our formation, get the heal up, and then go into our wind formation and finish it off. That seems like a fairly good... You actually use Ramakite. Interesting. I have Samakia, though, so you can boost your defense all you want. I can lower it. Like I can just lower it back down, so have fun with that. But it actually knows Ramakite. I was not aware of that. That's interesting. They tend to have one move from like all four things. Obviously, they focus more towards fire, as it's like S rank move, but it does use other moves from other types of divine beasts, I guess. Anyway, it's not really that long of a fight. We take it out, and we can move on this forest here. Get a lot of experience along the way, level up a few times while everyone's going on a hill. Or, no, not everyone. You level up twice. Well, I guess that's the thing you can do. You can just go ahead and level up twice. Sure, go for it. And this thing.
A gem? Aren't the red ones sapphires?
Haha, Kahu, you're an idiot.
No, rubies. But this doesn't look like one. Let's hang on to it anyway.
So we get the creepy red gem thing. This crystal will be the key to opening the barrier later on that we'll encounter next episode. But this episode has been recorded for a very long time. I think I will end it after this, and we will take on the other few areas of this fire forest in the next one. So that seems like a fairly good plan. I do want to maybe fight one of these guys, maybe, just because I'm wanting to see if I can get the sleep one. It's only a chance to do so, and maybe show that off. But I'm going to try once, and if it fails, I will cut that battle out, and we will just, you know, move forward, because I don't want to be spending, like, forever and a half looking for battles that really do not need to be fought in the first place. I'm just going to attempt it once for demonstration purposes. And then we'll move on. I'm getting a bunch of books I don't care about. Hi, let's be friends. I'm going to touch your butt. Nope, no luck there. So I'll quickly just do this battle and we'll just call it a video. These guys are really annoying. I'm not fighting them anymore. So yeah, like I said, they can come with the sleep people at some point, so be careful about that, because that can be really annoying and scary. But for now, we're just gonna move on, I think. So, well, I'd really like to shut it off, but just take my word for it, they exist. So be aware of that. But for now, guys, this is LuckySevenDX saying out. I'm going to go ahead and just end the episode here. In the next episode, I'm probably going to start the next episode in the Hellfire level 2, or no, not Hellfire, it's St. Elmo's Fire level 2, will take on one of those different routes and eventually finish off the Dark Fire Forest. So, who's gonna be the boss? We'll be finding that out next episode, guys. See ya. Bye-bye.